In the 1920s and 1930s, the people of Ukraine lived north of the Black Sea on beautiful terrain. In villages, cities, towns and farms, trees and flowers grew all around. The people were hard-working and strong, proud of their heritage and bountiful land, and daily yearned someday to see their beloved country Ukraine independent and free.
People were content to live their lives as God had meant, to tend their homes, families, animals and farms, to pray to God and to go to church, to celebrate traditional feasts, to laugh and dance and sing their songs. And blessed with a land rich in minerals and good soil, Ukrainians lived a life of hard work and fruitful toil.
Their fields were vast and ripe with wheat. The land was rich, black soil ran deep. They grew all manner of food to eat, cabbages, fruit, berries and beets, sunflowers, turnips, grain and seeds.
Everyone in Europe knew that in Ukraine's breadbasket grew the richest grain and golden wheat, that weaved and danced upon the wind and pushed its stalks towards the sun.
Baskets were filled and stored away. Food would be needed each wintry day. At harvest end, the people prayed to thank God for all that he gave. They also prayed in the dark of night that no one come to take away that which belonged to them each day.
In their hearts, Ukrainians knew the enemy, not far away, was coming closer every day. The communists from Russian lands had formed into dangerous bands. They came to force all the farmers to forfeit their lands and join collective farms.
With guns in hand, the enemy came, in trucks and tanks, on horses too, in wagons, trains and on foot. By threat of force they swarmed the land and took away all food and grain, till only stalks, husks and empty fields remained.
The people knew not where to turn, as hunger took its terrible toll. Day by day their sadness grew. The sorrow, fear and despair they felt was beyond all words to tell.
Mothers held their children's heads and pressed them close to their hearts to hush their cries. They had not milk or food to give, and many died upon their beds.
People searched and hunted for foods, through meadows, woods and fields. They took whatever they could find to eat. Leaves, seeds, grass, even tiny birds. But as time went by, no matter what they did, however hard they looked or searched, all of their precious food was gone.
Still, people prayed upon their knees and asked for help in their great need. Candles lit in the dark of the night, they begged for help in their desperate plight.
But no help came from near or far, and soon it became very clear, roaming the land like ravaging wolves, the horror of famine was here. Over the land all you saw were bloated bodies lying there, starving children and people dying. Death's grim reaper hovered everywhere.
The land which once was golden and bright turned into darkness overnight. Ravaged by crops torn out of the ground, tears mingled with blood to stain it brown. All across eastern Ukraine, crosses and graves covered the terrain.
Death didn't care if you were big or small. Bodies lay dead where they fell. Few were left to mourn them all. After the ruthless communists came, millions of people died in Ukraine. Borders were sealed as though with a shroud. Help for Ukraine would not be allowed.
No nation would answer her plea.
The world would not know or see
The hunger and genocide brought to be
by the communist forces in 1933.
No one answered Ukraine's call.
No one heard and no one saw. Millions of Ukrainians fall.